Frederick is a back-to-front fort built by the French and also the English. And it was started to be built by the French by an engineer called Mouché Roquefort, and then it was completed by an engineer under the direction of King George V of England. So it was really a fort built to protect the country, Grenada, and the capital St. George's from attacks from behind. That's why it's called a back-to-front fort in one of the ring of forts built around the island, and also a ring around St. George's. Now, Fort Frederick has always been, it seems to be, the center of power of St. George's and Grenada, if you look at it like this. Because being at the highest point in St. George's, it seems whoever controlled Fort Frederick controlled St. George's and subsequently Grenada.
Westerhall Estate goes back a long way. It was originally owned by French people. In 1766, it was purchased by the Johnstone family from Scotland, and they changed the name to Westerhall. It used to be 951 acres, all planted in cane, and the only product was sugar. The ships actually came into a little bay because Westerhall Estate is on the seaside. The ships came in here to fill up with sugar. Then they sailed across the south coast and across the Atlantic. I went into London or Bristol or Liverpool. They offloaded their sugar, and they took on ballast because they were unstable without a load of ballast. They carried bricks for ballast or roofing tiles, which they carried into St. George's. They offloaded, and those bricks and roofing tiles were used for building in St. George's. Then they came back here and took on another load. Johnstones ran the estate very successfully from 1766 to 1795, when unfortunately there was a revolution. The revolution was because of the changing between French and British. The island started as French and went to British, went back to the French, came back to the British, and a lot of French landowners wanted to get back under the French. But it caused a lot of damage. More or less all the estates were destroyed. Eventually, the revolution was put down by the British troops, and then we had to rebuild the whole island.